Hey everyone, before we get into the episode, I want to give a quick thanks to a sponsor of this show, Liquid IV. As you know, recently we're all trying to get in better shape and better health, whether that's hydration, working out, eating better. So I started using Liquid IV because it's a category-winning hydration brand fueling your well-being, and their hydration multiplier is one of the best products you're missing in your daily routine. In just one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than water alone. Use it first thing in the morning before a workout, when you feel run down, or after a long night out, if you know what I mean. But the things I would say I love about Liquid IV are its convenient packaging, how it makes me feel on a daily basis, the flavors, and how just one packet I can feel great for the whole rest of the day. My favorite flavors are strawberry lemonade, guava, acai berry, and then probably tropical punch. But as I was saying, one stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates you 2 times faster and more efficiently than water alone. With 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks, like some other companies that we're not going to mention this ad read, and it's also non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. Liquid IV partners with the leading organizations for innovative solutions to help communities protect both their waters and their futures. So, get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use our code POPCORNPOD at checkout. Again, that's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using our promo code POPCORNPOD at liquidiv.com. Ready to shop Better Hydration? Use my link. Again, it is POPCORNPOD, POPCORNPOD, to save 20% off anything you order. Thanks to Liquid IV, and let's get started on this episode. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 104 of the Popcorn Podcast. I'm Tommy Cresta, alongside me, Ryan Fran, for the first time in a little bit. What are you giggling at already?
Staring right at the camera immediately.
That's what I'm doing. I'm looking at the audience. Why would I stare at you?
Just looking.
Okay, well,
Just...
this is episode 104, as I said. We are the Popcorn Podcast. Now you threw me off my rhythm. Today we're here to talk about Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 and some of the film.
Now you're staring out the window.
I got you got me fucked up. And talk about some news. And yeah, today's gonna be a really fun episode. It's nice to have Ryan back in the studio for the first time, and we haven't done a studio one in a while.
Yeah.
But make sure to listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Music, anywhere else you find podcasts. Check us out on TikTok. We're actually doing pretty well on there so far. This is the best our TikTok's done in a while. Yeah, but Ryan, how have you been?
Been pretty good. I got some. My skin's peeling a lot.
Yeah, you got
my
burnt.
arms peeling, back of my neck, rough, face. It's not good, but it's going away. So, not sunburn anymore, which is good.
You're just peeling.
Yeah. I'm at the end of it.
Yeah, you're at the end.
Yeah.
But do you want to hop right into the news?
Yeah, sure.
So I mean, we can start off with the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
We got our first set pictures of Deadpool 3, and we got him a couple days ago, and it was just Deadpool. His suit is a little bit different. It's more vibrant than his past suit. His belt actually has a face now instead of just the 2 lines.
I was happy to see that.
Yeah. And I hope it is that vibrant in the movie. I hope it goes to the comic book way.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't love the Fox suit. I just like it a little more.
Yeah.
A little more colorful.
I've seen a lot of people comments of people being like, "Oh, this suit's terrible." Like, all the suits have CGI. You gotta wait till they finish it. So.
I mean, his suit in Fox did look good no matter what.
Yeah.
This one looks a little more cotton. It doesn't look as slick.
Yeah.
But I don't care about that. And then today we got a new shot, and that was Deadpool and Wolverine walking together, and it's Hugh Jackman in his comic book accurate suit, which was really, really cool to see.
Finally see him in yellow.
Yeah.
Which is funny because a couple days ago I mentioned we never got to see him in yellow. Remember?
It was late yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were going to see Mission Impossible. Oh no, we were going to see something else.
It was Insidious.
It was Insidious we were going to see.
So 2 days ago.
Yeah. 2 days ago. Other news, as I said in the Indiana Jones review, David Cornsweet has officially been cast as Superman in Superman Legacy. I'm very excited to see what he does. I think he's going to be a very good Superman.
So do I.
We got the Napoleon trailer, the Ridley Scott Napoleon movie.
Yeah, that actually looked pretty good.
Pretty good. I love Ridley Scott, so.
Yeah.
Well, I've grown to love him. I used to not like him.
Really?
Yeah, and his last couple movies have got me on his side.
Well.
The Last Duel, baby. a banger of a movie.
Okay, movie.
Shut up.
I just didn't love it. I sat through the whole thing. I didn't look at my phone. Can't say that. Just didn't like the movie.
Can't say that. In sad news, Alan Arkin has passed away. Very famous actor for everyone who doesn't know. And yeah, prayers out to his family. We got some announcements on Oppenheimer. It has no CGI in the entire movie. I'm looking at you now.
Pretty crazy.
While on the other hand, Indiana Jones has over 150 VFX shots just of his de-aged face.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And I don't think the de-aging looked terrible. It took a good 5 minutes. You haven't seen it yet. We're gonna see it after this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you'll feel the same way about it. Like, it wasn't bad. It just took like a couple minutes to be like, okay, this is.
Yeah.
And the dark lighting helps a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's the same with any like de-aging
Yeah.
CGI face. It never looks perfect, but you know, after a few minutes, you kind of warm up to it, I guess.
Yeah. There was something. Oh, did you hear how Nolan got the idea for Oppenheimer?
I don't know, reading a textbook? How? I don't know.
No. So at the Tenant wrap party, Robert Pattinson bought him a book about Oppenheimer.
Okay.
And he gave it to him, and then he's like, he was reading it, and he just became obsessed with the idea of Robert Oppenheimer, and then made the movie, and then tried to cast Robert Pattinson, but Pattinson had already signed on to do the Adam McKay movie and the Bong Joon-ho movie.
Okay.
And probably the Batman.
Yeah.
So, it would have been cool to see Robert Pattinson.
Cillian Murphy. He's gonna kill it though.
He's not as cool as Robert Pattinson.
Probably not.
He's not Batman.
He's not Batman.
But that's actually all the news. So.
Yeah, not much.
Yeah.
There's big stuff, but not a ton of stuff.
Yeah, like the Deadpool thing's huge. But
seeing Wolverine in yellow was just
that would, we could title that.
Fantastic.
That could be the title of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow. Just
Hugh Jackman, yellow.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now moving into our. Oh, do you want to talk about Insidious really quick?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Like nothing crazy. Just like give everyone something.
It was, to say it as briefly as possible, it was good, but the ending needed more.
It could have been better.
Yeah, it could have been better. It was good all the way through, and then the ending was kind of like you don't realize you're in the ending.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like this should be the end of the movie, and then you're like, oh shit, this is the end. Okay. Like there needed to be more build up in that third act.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought I was really enjoying myself the first two acts. Like as much as a horror movie can be.
Yeah.
And then it just all of a sudden was middle of the third act. Like it didn't have like a start to the third act. It just felt like we're in the middle of it now.
Yeah.
And I feel like it could have used me like 15, 20 more minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
But all in all, I think Patrick Wilson did a good enough job for his directorial debut. I mean, from going never directing before and then having to jump in to what I think is one of the hardest genres to make a solid movie in. Because as we've seen, horror is always very audiences will like it, critics will hate it.
Yeah.
So it's always super hard, I think, to make one. But if a guy's gonna go and direct a horror movie, it's probably the guy who's been in Insidious, Conjuring. He's doing all of it.
The guy who's been working with James Wan for
his
over a decade.
whole career.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed myself. I still had a lot of fun watching it. I still love the Insidious franchise. If this movie was a little bit better, I think it would solidify itself as better than the Conjuring world. But it didn't hit enough that I can say it's better than Conjuring.
Yeah.
Like the Conjuring movie is definitely the best out of all of the franchises.
Yeah.
But as a whole, like La Llorona's not very good. The Nun's terrible. Annabelle's not very good. But Insidious, I feel like it's always pretty good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't good enough to be like, this is better.
This one was just undercooked. Like it needed more. The characters needed more time to talk to each other and like flesh out their feelings. You're kind of just suddenly, what you'll see when you watch the movie, you're kind of just suddenly in the ending, and it feels unearned is a good way to put it. Like it just ends. Not like Morbius level,
not like Morbius level,
but like you're kind of just realize like, oh shit, this is the ending, but I needed more, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree, and yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good summary of Insidious.
Not a bad movie. It was worth the watch. It was fun, but
yeah, it's still an Insidious movie. Like it felt the most like the first two that we've gotten.
Yeah,
because as much as I love the third one, I like this one a little bit more. Third one's the scariest still. That one has so many good jump scares.
Yeah, I think so.
You love the second one.
I do love the second
Yeah.
one because I just love seeing how like everything connected to the first one. You're like, oh shit, he opened the door. It's
Yeah.
just so cool. Yeah.
But moving on from Insidious into the main point of doing this episode, and that is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Thanks to Paramount and Walmart for giving us an early screening. And right out the gates, I think they've done it again. Like, this franchise continues to make good movies.
Yeah.
But this movie is not as good as the last three. Last two, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think. Well,
No, I guess it's better than. It's not as good as Fallout. Fallout
No.
by far is the best one. And then Ghost Protocol, it's not as good as.
yeah.
So I
I'd
guess
say
it's
that.
like third, fourth-ish.
Yeah, I haven't seen Rogue Nation.
I have to watch it in
forever,
a
so
while.
like
Yeah.
I can't say if it's better than that or not, but definitely not better than Fallout and Ghost Protocol. But it's still a good movie. Like these movies haven't missed since 2 or maybe 3. Even though me and you both like 3, but
I love 3.
yeah, I think it's out of the original trilogy, the first 3, I think the first one's still the best.
I have to watch. Dude, I haven't watched the first one probably since I was little.
The first one's just like an instant classic.
I think the third
It's just
one I just like so much because it was always on at like 10 a.m. on HBO.
Yeah.
Every week.
And the third one's the most like action movie out of them because
Yeah.
it's just shooting and running the whole time.
That's what makes it so much fun.
Yeah.
But into the scores so far, it is sitting at an 8.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 89% on Google, 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. And the synopsis so far for this film is that Ethan Hunt, an IMF team, must track down a terrifying new weapon that threatens all of humanity. If it falls into the wrong hands, with control of the future and the fate of the world at stake, a deadly race around the globe begins. Confronted by a mysterious, all-powerful enemy, Ethan is forced to consider that nothing can matter more than the mission, not even the lives of those he cares about most. It's a pretty good synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
This film starred Tom Cruise, of course, as Ethan Hunt, Haley Atwell as Grace, Rebecca Ferguson, Vanessa Kirby, Palm Clementoff, Issa Morales plays Gabriel.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg. I want to get everyone in here. Let me click through.
Yeah, take your time.
Vin Rames is Luther. Henry Kitchener, however you say it. I'm not even gonna attempt that. Oh, I forgot Nicholas Hoult was supposed to be in this movie.
Yeah, I saw. What was he supposed to be?
He was supposed to be Gabriel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He got cast and then had to drop out.
For what?
You know the show he does on Hulu? Like the old
The King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to do another season.
Oh,
They
okay.
wouldn't let him do it. And then Carl Ewells as the president, Den Langer. I think that's how you say his name. But yeah.
He's not the president of the United States.
Oh no, he's
the CIA director.
Yeah. I thought he's the president.
No. Yeah. I think cast like every new addition to this series has been good. And I think good is a good way to put it because the new additions to this movie being Haley Atwell as Grace, and then Palm Clementif as Paris, and then Gabriel also, like, they were good additions. I don't think, which you kind of agree, at least with Grace, they weren't great additions.
Yeah, they
think-
weren't as good as like when Jeremy Renner came.
Yeah, I think all three of them acting wise did a good job. I just think the characters, like Grace was I said inconsistent is how I put it, because sometimes she's like fighting really well and sometimes she's like, you see that she can lie really well, like she's a thief, she's
Yeah.
an extortionist, and then sometimes she's just not acting how she should. Like sometimes she just gets dumb out of nowhere for a little bit and then she gets smart again. It's just inconsistent. And I think Gabriel, which total nitpick, Gabriel's not a scary name. Like, I was watching it, I'm like,
That is
I'm not scared of a guy named Gabriel. You know what I mean?
It's my middle name.
I know it's your middle name.
It's a
not
horrible
scary.
name.
Yeah.
Doing-
But like the last guy, Solomon, I don't know, something about that.
That's
It's
scary.
a good villain
Yeah.
name. It's not scary. But
Solomon's a freaky name.
yeah,
Who
Solomon's
names
like,
their kid
shit.
Solomon?
Yeah. Gabriel's just like, oh yeah. That's the
Gibby.
youth pastor, you know?
Gabe.
Yeah. But Palm Clementif is Paris.
I love her.
So do I. I didn't even know she was in the movie. I think because all of the promo stuff had her with like the face paint on, so I just never realized it was her.
It still looks like her though.
Yeah. But
It's not like
Sorry,
you're
I
acting like
know.
it's like the Joker makeup.
Oh,
It's
it's
like
not.
it's like
Yeah.
a little
Yeah,
powder.
it's just like on her
It's
eyes and
just
mouth.
around her eyes.
Yeah.
It's like a Robin
I
mask.
just didn't realize. I think I'm used to seeing her with like antennas too, so I just didn't realize. But I saw her name in the beginning. I was like, oh shit, cool, she's in this.
Nice.
I think out of the 3 new characters, she might have been my favorite one.
She doesn't say very much.
No, she's that like cliche silent assassin secondary villain.
It's
But
always
that's-
a girl too.
Yeah,
Did you realize that? Like
yeah,
the
it usually
Kingsman,
is.
it's the girl with the
Mhm.
knife legs.
John Wick 2,
John Wick too.
who's literally mute and doesn't say much. So
I love her in that
yeah,
one.
it's totally a cliche, but I think it's a pretty fun cliche.
No, I like her. I thought she was really good. I thought Gabriel was the best part because I do like the whole getting a little more backstory on Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
on
that's the
Ethan.
thing. Backstory changes how you look at these characters a little bit because they change some stuff without getting into spoilers straight away. They change a lot of how like not only Ethan Hunt but all of these characters got into the IMF.
Yeah, and they were all kind of like bad people. They did stupid things.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the critic consensus?
Yeah.
So, as I said, it has a 98% Rotten Tomatoes. There is no audience scores yet. With world-threatening stakes and epic set pieces to match the massive title, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 proves this is still a franchise you should choose to accept.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. I wouldn't give it a 98
No.
because, as I said, I don't think it's as good as Ghost Protocol or, of course, Fallout, which I think is the best one in the franchise so far.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh my God, it's had a $300 million budget.
It's gonna make it back,
Oh,
dude.
oh.
Tom Cruise makes money.
Tom Cruise does pull in bank.
Yeah.
No one thought Top Gun Maverick was going to make that money.
Yeah, then I made a bill.
Yeah, we were wrong about that one. Damn, we really get some of these movies box office scores wrong.
Yeah.
But so we need to do our scores. You told me I wasn't gonna expect what you gave it.
Yeah. What are you guessing I gave it?
I think you gave it an 84.
I actually given it an 86.
Okay.
I thought that was gonna be low. I thought you were gonna like this more than me.
I didn't say my score yet.
I know, but what is it?
84. Which doesn't. If I give a movie above an 80, that's a good score.
Yeah, totally.
It's just not as high as I like. In a way, I really enjoyed myself. It's a Mission Impossible movie. I think every single one of them except for 2. Even 2 has its moments that are fun. Just not as many fun scenes as the rest of the franchise.
Yeah.
But I was a little disappointed. Like, not a lot, but like I was wanting a little bit more.
Yeah, same here.
I wanted a little bit more out of Haley Atwell. I think
Mhm.
maybe it's the writing of her. I don't think it's her performance.
I think
I think it's the
writing.
writing of the character.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just felt like it was missing something. I think it was missing characters. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like a certain character that we're not going to talk about right now because of spoilers. I didn't like how that character's story ended.
Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of like a weird decision.
Mm-hmm.
But
I didn't mind that, but there are different gripes that I have with that character through the story. I'll talk about it. But
yeah, so 84.
Yeah, I think this movie should have been like a 90, 92 maybe. But it was just those things where like, Grace, Haley Atwell's character, like Gabriel not being the best villain in my opinion, and just like the sudden Ethan Hunt backstory that is just put into this movie. It just didn't really work for me, and I think it's more not the movie being bad in a whole, but just little things dragging it down.
Yeah.
That made me drop it.
No, that's what I think. And as much as I like Gabriel, and I think he's the best of the new additions, he's still not as good as Philip Seymour Hoffman, I think, as the villain.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill as the villain.
Mhm.
Kitchener as just kind of a villain through the whole kind of franchise. He's not really a villain, but he's not always the best. And who's the villain in?
He's only been in the first one of this, right?
Yeah, but he's not the best guy in the first one.
Yeah, no.
He scares me in the first one. The fish tank scene. Scene freaked me out as a child. I think it's the camera angle that they always do.
It's like up.
Yeah,
his
the up and
nostrils.
tilted.
Yeah, and you see all his boogers. Yeah.
Sure.
Whenever I see it, I'm like, just going right up the nose. Not a weird angle.
Who's the villain in Ghost Protocol?
I don't remember. I remember it was like a blonde girl. Who
Yeah, it's a
kills the
good
guy in the
villain, though.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like Gabriel, but he's not as good as some of the other villains that we've got. I still think Philip Seymour Hoffman's probably the number 2 villain. I think Henry Cavill is the best villain out of the whole franchise.
Cox is fucking hard.
When
It's so
he
cool.
reloads his arms,
It's perfectly over the top.
and the fact that he did that himself, and then they were like,
Mhm.
he's like, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. They're like, no, do it again.
Mhm.
And then he was doing it on every press junket that he had to do.
Yeah.
But no, I don't hate this movie, but I'm definitely more on IMDb side of this movie.
Yeah.
Like I think Rotten Tomatoes is a little
What's IMDb give it?
8.3,
Yeah, that's fair.
and then 89 on Google, 99. That's a pretty solid jump.
Yeah, I think IGN gave it an 8, which
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, so I'm people are gonna be like 84. That's such a low score, and I told Ryan I raised my score on Dial of Destiny to an 85, which that's a little biased. So I think it's probably gonna be like 83.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna see it again today, and
I'm expecting to give Dial of Destiny like a 70.
yeah, but that's okay. I don't care.
You loved Indiana Jones.
I'm like obsessed. Like
Yeah.
third favorite franchise. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Because Star Wars and Harry Potter, of course, number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you want to do some spoilers?
Yeah, we can go to
The
spoilers.
embargo lifted. We can spoil things.
This can come out a little bit. Yeah.
Well, this is gonna come out in like a day.
Yeah, we're good.
But we should be fine. But yeah. So if you don't want a spoiler, if you haven't seen the movie yet, skip ahead, I guess, or just come back to us after you watch the movie. Because the movie is fun and it's definitely meant to be seen.
Definitely worth seeing. Yeah.
And we were right. Of course, Tom Cruise had to do his little pre-movie little speech.
Should have put money on that.
We should no.
Dude, that's got to be like a betting line.
That has to
next
be a betting
part
line
two.
or something.
Yeah. Does Tom Cruise say thank you in the beginning?
He did for Maverick, right?
Yeah, he did. That one was long. That was like 2 or 3
Oh
minutes.
yeah, because he like explains.
Thank you for coming to the movies again.
See, that didn't. I like when they do. I like when actors do stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a Tom
What
Cruise.
they do? Oh, Dungeons and Dragons, they did it.
Really?
Yeah, that movie's underrated. That movie's gonna end up in my like top 15 movies of the year.
I'll watch it when is it on like Netflix or anything yet?
No, it's on like.
I'll watch it when it comes out on there.
Like you can rent it.
Oh, okay.
But so if you're listening, I'm gonna start spoiling things. So I know you don't mind it as much. My biggest thing was Rebecca Ferguson being killed off. Because you know that he loves her. Like Ethan loves Rebecca Ferguson's character.
When they have that moment where it's like it's my first time in Venice, me too, and they hug. Like,
I love that. But I knew that meant something bad. You don't do that in a spy thriller if you're gonna keep the character. But first off, I hated they tried to fake us out with her dying. I knew right away she was alive.
I'll be honest. It got me for a second.
It was when she was like, if she was laying face up, it would have got me. As soon as she was like, I was like, she's gonna do like a kick thing.
Yeah.
So I got it right.
But also, the gripe I had with that, I was saying a couple minutes ago, is that when she's like riding away, he makes a big point where he's like, "You're supposed to be dead. Stay dead." Nothing ever comes of that. Like he just kind of said that, and you think there'd be a scene with like, was it Kittredge or whatever? You think there'd be a scene where like somebody sees her and it's like, "You're supposed to be dead." Nothing like that happens. And when she finally does meet like Gabriel and Vanessa Kirby's character, they don't even mention it. They're like, "It's nice to see you again." Like nobody mentions that she's supposed to be dead. It's just kind of like a throwaway line, which I don't know.
Dude, she's about to have a bang in 2023.
Oh yeah,
This and Dune 2. Woo! Oh, did you see that they confirmed Dune Messiah is gonna happen? That's gonna be the final Dune movie. Denis gonna make it. Everything.
Is he gonna do like?
I think he's gonna wait. He hasn't confirmed if he's, but Paul needs to be a bit older.
Yeah, I don't know anything about like the books, so I don't know.
Messiah is. It's an acid trip.
I've heard people like it.
And it's Lee. It's someone wrote down acid. It's insane. But back to this. Yeah, I didn't like the fake out. I normally don't like that at all unless it's done well. Yeah. This was not to me at least. Because as soon as she was face down, I was like, if you don't see someone dead, then they didn't die. But and then I didn't like how she means so much to Ethan. She dies. He's sad. Yeah. And then a scene later, he's fine.
Yeah. And I think
Haley Atwell pretty much took over that role.
Yeah.
And that was my biggest issue.
It was kind of obvious that she was going to be like the new female love interest, but not really. I don't think she's going to be a love interest for Ethan Hunt. I don't think so. I don't think Tom Cruise is that petty.
Wait, what do you mean?
Um,
Hey.
he's always got to have some woman in the movie be like his love interest.
Yeah, it's gonna be Haley Atwell now.
I don't think that.
Dude, do you see the looks they give each other in this movie?
No, I think he's gonna like take care of her, but I don't think he's gonna do that.
If you had a choice to kiss Haley Atwell, would you write that in your script? I'm right.
Not wrong. I don't know. I don't think so. But the thing I said when we walked out of the theater is that the entire beginning of the movie, everything before the credits, is just way overpacked.
Knowledge.
You get so much immediately.
I know you don't even have time to like settle into a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, no. Usually like Ghost Protocol. I think that might be my favorite opening because it opens with him in prison, and then they break him out, and he's like, got to get the one guy. It's just a fun little action scene to get you into it. This one is like you're hit with Russian immediately, then they die, and then you're in a fucking assassination attempt on Elsa, which they make a big deal out of. Like, these assassins never fail; they always bring them in, and then they just kill the assassins, and it's like nothing. Like there's a lot more. They just overpack the opening, like with what I said earlier, where he's like, "You're dead, stay dead," which is a line that doesn't really mean anything. And then in that CIA briefing room, or whoever's telling, no, it's when he gets the mission, and they make a whole point of like, she's got $50 million bounty. These assassins never fail, and then he just takes them out like it's nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they could have just said like, she's got a bounty, get her out, and not said like, these are crazy good assassins. You know what I mean? It was just little things that did just overpack the beginning, and it was just way too much immediately. But after the credits, it calms down a little bit, and you're fine.
Oh, and I know we talked about this. I don't know if you remember this conversation. We talked about this the other day. Remember when I was like, you see his wife again in Ghost Protocol, and you're like, no, you see her in Fallout.
Yeah.
You do see her in Ghost Protocol. You see her on the bridge, and
yeah,
he's like watching her,
sees her,
and he's
yeah.
like sad.
And then he walks into the fog.
Yeah, it's a great ending. She's in 3, of course. She's like a main character in 3.
Yeah.
She's a pretty big part in Fallout.
Mhm.
And then Ghost Protocol. And Ghost Protocol is probably my favorite time when you see her. Because it's like he's like, this is better for her.
Mm-hmm.
I love that scene.
I did like in Fallout when he sees her. She's like, "What are you doing here?" And she realizes, she's like, "Oh shit, god damn it."
Damn it, Ethan. I love Ethan.
She
Hunt.
realizes like every time she sees him, something bad is happening.
Who you like more, Ethan Hunt or Maverick?
Ethan Hunt.
I think I'm gonna be on the Maverick train.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maverick's dope.
Maverick is dope. But Ethan Hunt, he doesn't fuck around.
It's just Maverick.
No, but you know,
Who's gonna win the fight?
Ethan Hunt.
Maverick's got a jet.
Oh, that's not fair. What does Ethan Hunt have? No, he'd still find a way, dude. It's the impossible mission.
He's got
for him.
sprint speed.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was thinking Ethan Hunt has to do like, or not Ethan Hunt. Tom Cruise has to do like a track and field movie now. He's just running.
Dude, when he's running on top of it, I did laugh when the agents are looking for him. Like, he has to be somewhere angels will look, or he's just sprinting on the ceiling.
That was great.
That made
yeah.
me laugh.
A lot of the jokes are.
Airport was the best part,
You
or
think
the
so?
driving scene.
I did
Driving
love it.
scene because that's all real, which made.
I think the driving scene was good. It was just too long. Like, it went on for a while, and it was the same joke of like they're crisscross. They do that like 3 times. It's like, okay, it's a good scene. It's fun. It can end
Just
now.
accept it though. It's a stunt scene that they did in Venice
I'm not saying it's
with
bad.
a
I'm saying
little
it's good.
yellow Fiat,
Yeah.
the Panto.
It's not a Panto.
It looks like a Panto.
Okay.
But it's just a Fiat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the stunts were great. I will say the jump is awesome.
It's incredible.
It's not holding onto an airplane. Like, he's just jumping
He
off a mountain.
jumps off a cliff.
A lot of people do that.
How many people do you know that have
Not me personally, but I've seen
ridden
a
a
lot of videos.
motorcycle
Seen a lot
off
of
a
videos.
cliff?
You ever go on the internet? People do it all the time.
You do not see people ride a motorcycle off a cliff, parachute, and then do low gliding in the same stunt.
I'm not saying it wasn't cool.
It's incredible.
I'm just saying it's not as cool as the other one.
Yes, it is.
I don't think so.
He's hooked onto the plane.
If he's still holding onto an airplane.
It's
Going
not
up.
like he's
It's
got.
so cool.
It's not like he has nothing attaching him to the plane. He's attached.
Parachuting this will be fine.
What if the parachute doesn't open? He's dead.
What if the tether breaks in the plane? He's dead.
He's got like 6 of them. He's all hooked in it.
He's not.
The
He had like one tether.
Burj
Sort of.
Khalifa stunt is cooler than the airplane stunt
Burj Khalifa is pretty cool.
because that's
I love
insane.
it. Yeah, that one's hard.
And they tried to talk him out of that one. They didn't try and talk him out of the plane because they figured out how they could do it pretty safely.
Yeah.
The best is the behind the scenes of the jump though, because they're all like, "Oh god, he's gonna die, he's gonna die, he's gonna die."
Yeah. It was cool.
It's cool that they filmed him doing the line too. You know, he's jumping. He's like, "I'm trying to get away."
Oh yeah.
That's actually in that. That's insane.
That is awesome.
Tom, don't forget your line. Shut up.
Yeah. It was a cool stunt. It's just I don't think it was as good as some of the other ones. Like I think the Halo jump's cooler than that.
Halo jump's just cool.
Halo jump's awesome.
I want a Halo jump.
Yeah.
That's on my list.
It's not on mine.
That would be so much fun. Halo jumping would be awesome.
It's a little too high.
Above the clouds is a little too much.
In a lightning storm.
I didn't say we have to do it that way.
Dude, the best in that movie was when Henry Cavill's like, "Get out of my way!" Just immediately gets struck by lightning. Oh man,
I love that movie.
great movie.
But we just went so off topic.
Oh yeah, I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about the
we were talking
stunts.
about
I did like the idea of it, instead of him landing on the train, he just comes through a
comes straight
window,
through the window,
and it
yeah.
doesn't look smooth at all.
No, he wallops the dude. He kicks the dude out of the train the other way.
He didn't mean to. I think he just came through. He's like, I see her. Boom.
Yeah.
But no, all the stunts were great.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is that man.
Oh, the driving scene. I think my favorite part of that was seeing Paris just laughing the whole time.
Oh,
The truck.
and she's
Just,
driving,
like,
just giggling.
Oh my god, that's when I realized this is a fun character.
She's a psychopath.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But no, I had fun with this movie. It just I felt like it could have been better, which
Yeah.
seems to be a trend with 2023 movies. Is that we
Yeah.
keep saying this movie could have been better. It could have been better.
Mhm.
One movies have been really good this year. Spider-Verse,
Yeah, Spider-Verse was good.
Past Lives, but you haven't seen that yet.
Is that still in theaters or no?
Yeah, KOP.
Oh. Okay.
That's it.
Maybe I'll see it next time I come home. Yeah, but I think another part of this movie, when they're in Venice, like everything goes down and they have the meeting and he says one of the two girls have to die. It was a good scene. I think
I knew who was going to die though.
yeah, you kind of you knew who it was gonna be. You had a bigger gripe with that than I did. I think my gripe with it was that it should have been a little more brutal, which I know is bad to say. But when she got stabbed in like the shoulder, I was like, oh, they're gonna do another fake out death. Like I didn't believe she was dead
Oh no, he
until the
stabbed her
next
like
scene.
here.
Yeah, and I was like,
That would kill you.
probably gonna kill you. But I was like, God, don't
And if
do
it might have been a
another.
little bit lower, it might have went to her lung.
Yeah.
I think it really did.
Yeah, that's rough.
No,
Well,
she died.
Yeah, she is dead. I know
He's
that.
clearly dead.
Very dead.
Haley Atwell should have died.
What was your big gripe with that? Because I didn't.
Haley Atwell should have been the one that died, not Rebecca Ferguson. And it was more that it should have been a lot more emotional and had a bigger toll on everyone.
Yeah.
They're sad for one scene and they're fine.
Yeah.
And Haley Atwell was just like, okay. Like, I don't know. It felt like she could have been a little bit more defensive of doing it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't know. That whole sequence after she dies was a little bit where it started to lose me a little bit. And then as soon as I realized that he was going to do the jump, I got back into it. Simon Pegg's so good in this franchise. He's just a fun
is.
character.
Yeah. Luther's the best character in this franchise.
Vince Rames.
Oh my god, yeah.
So Vin Rames, not Vince Rames.
Yeah, but I think the best part of that Venice scene was the fight in like the corridor with Ethan Hunt and Paris.
Oh, in the tight
Yeah,
little
dude.
hallway. Yeah.
That was the one moment where me and you when he slams her head.
Dude, we've been like, oh. Yo, he and that dude got it. The other
Oh,
guy,
I
that dude was knocked out cold.
Yeah.
The train, all the train stuff I liked.
Mhm. I've come around on when Gabriel's talking to the CIA director,
Mhm.
and he's like, "You're the only one that knows," and he slashes his throat. I get that because now he's the only one that knows. When he turns around and tries to kill Paris, I was like, "That's dumb. How are you gonna know?" But then I've come around to it, realizing that the AI told him like,
Yeah.
this is her personality. She will turn on you.
Or because he also saw that Tom, he let her go, so that
Yeah.
would also be like just a human condition.
She's probably going to be in the next movie, which I'm excited to see.
I know. I think she's gonna die.
No.
Oh no, they say she has a
It ends
pulse.
with she had a pulse, so she's gonna come back. I liked her.
I liked it too. I hate the fake out stuff. Just let characters die.
I didn't think that wasn't a fake out. That was just
She like goes. Pretty sure it's a fake out death. And then a whole scene later, like she has a pulse.
Yeah. The two CIA guys.
The white guy
going around.
sucked. I did not like him. I like the black guy. He was cool.
He was cool.
I
He
liked
was
him more.
also just like the one to be like, is he really that bad?
Exactly, but that's the truth.
It is the truth. I didn't mind Jasper is his name. Jay Wingham.
He wasn't horrible. I just didn't like him as much as the other one.
I liked him.
He was a little too like
Gung ho.
hamming it up.
Yeah, I can see
It
that.
felt like very stereotypical cat and mouse. I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite character.
Yeah, that's fine.
I liked all the driving though. I like all the stunts.
Yo, the other dude, the black dude,
Yeah.
his name is Greg Tarzan Davis.
That's a dope
That's
name.
a dope name.
That's a
dude.
Hollywood name.
That is
He
absolute
needs to play Tarzan now. They need to make a good live action Tarzan movie.
You think they'll give it another shot?
No.
Probably not.
No.
I still haven't seen the Skarsgård one.
It's not horrible, but they kind of like they didn't take it as dark as it could have been.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been really cool. 'Cause the animated Tarzan movie is probably the most violent kids movie.
It's pretty dark.
And how the main villain dies.
He hangs himself. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see him like you hear him and
Yeah, you see him like.
it's a dark scene. Dang, we've watched a lot of movies this week. We're about to see our fourth one in 7 days.
Yeah.
Insidious, Sinister, this,
Yeah.
Indiana.
I think to go back to the beginning, the best part when he like gasses the CIA room, I honestly was like, oh man, this guy's just gonna like blow up a bomb or something like that. I genuinely was like, oh my god, it's him.
Oh, you didn't know it was him?
No, I thought it was like an assassin going in to kill somebody.
So,
I was like, yeah.
I thought the same thing until he wasn't talking.
Mm.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be him.
Yeah.
Because
No, when he like pulled out the gas mask, even I was like, oh shit, he's gonna kill everyone except the IMF guy. And then he pulled it off, and I was like, yo.
I'm not gonna say I knew it, but I had a feeling because anytime they wear the mask, they don't really talk, which makes sense because they don't sound like them.
Well, now they have the voice
Yeah.
thing.
But I was like, okay, it's the mask, isn't it? And I was like, I was like, yes.
No, dude, it genuinely caught me by surprise. I was like, oh,
I love the masks. I think
Oh, it's the best.
they're so good. I gotta watch the first one again.
Mm-hmm.
First one's
A
so
lot of
much fun.
masks in that one.
There is a lot of man. That one is a trippy movie because you have no idea who's who. Ghost Protocol's a bet. 3 has some really good stunts. When he's sliding down the side of the building and stuff.
It's not. That was all green screen.
That is? It's not him?
I mean, he's still like. It's not like an actual building.
Oh, that sucks. I thought he was Jackie Chan.
No, that's
Jackie Chan.
3 is the one that has like the least amount of stunts.
2,
I think he still sprinted like 5 miles or something, which is crazy. But like,
Dude, he's moving in this one.
oh, he is moving.
When he's going,
always
when
moving.
he's running through Venice. I love those shots of him in like the fog and stuff. I always think they look so cool.
Yeah.
Very like generic like scene, but it looks
Yeah.
cool when Tom Cruise does it.
Mhm.
His run is so funny.
It's just straight up. And
When
just
he's running
hard.
from the sandstorm, that's one of the coolest shots in any of the movies.
That is a great shot.
I love that movie. Ghost
Yeah.
Protocol, so except for the stupid haircut. Besides that, it's all
I don't
good.
mind the haircut on that one.
I don't like the long hair. I like when he has his shorter hair. Like his
Yeah.
haircut in 3 is the best haircut.
You think?
Yeah, I love 3.
I think.
1 and 3.
I think
'Cause he has,
Fallout
like,
was the best haircut.
It's a little bit longer on top, right? And it's like done.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. It's not a bad one. I just like the short hair.
Mhm.
I will say this is the first time he looked like he was aging.
I was just about to say the same thing.
When they're on the boat,
like you can see
I
the
was like,
wrinkles in his
"Aw,
face.
he's-
You're like, oh yeah.
made me
Yeah.
sad. I
Same.
was like, no, Tom. The Scientology's starting to wear off. He needs to hop back in that Lazarus pit for like a good 5 minutes.
Could you imagine evil Tom Cruise?
Man, I love Tom Cruise. So I'm not gonna say anything bad about Tom Cruise. I want him on like the show someday. Dude, our conversation in the car yesterday, Mr. Cruz.
Mr. Cruz, you want to come on a podcast?
But yeah, is there anything else you want to say about this movie? I pretty much said all of my
Yeah, I think
knowledge.
just a good, fun movie. I think that again, like nothing was bad about it. It was just little things, especially character things, just dragging it down. But can't wait to see Michelle Monaghan in the next one. You know she's gonna show up. His wife.
Oh, I think she'll show up again at some point.
Yeah, I think she'll show up in the next one.
I love her.
Be like helping out another village. Like you're back.
She's so pretty.
She is.
I love her.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you want to add about Mission Impossible?
I think we didn't touch on the villain, the AI.
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Neither am I.
Because I don't
It's
think it's a
grown on.
stupid idea, but I feel like it was too easy. I always like the person character. I like real people.
Yeah, like Gabriel is the surrogate villain because he's just working for the AI.
Yeah, no, I get like they need to change it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't just do the same stories, kind of. Like it's always like a bad guy doing something. So I mean, it is unique.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's a lot of points where like, why does he have so many henchmen? You know what I mean?
Who the AI?
Yeah,
No, I think Gabriel. I think they're all Gabriel's henchmen.
that would make sense.
That's what
Like,
I think.
Because I was watching like the end when he jumps off the train and gets out. Like, who parked the car there? You know what I mean?
Oh no, I think that's just like Gabriel's men. I don't think it's the sentient.
Okay.
I think it's just him.
Because I was thinking like, why would they be working for the like? What do they get out of it?
I will say, you know, a line that I did not like.
What?
You know, he checks his pockets and he realizes he doesn't have the key. He's like, Ethan.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that.
He should have said Hunt. Ethan was stupid. Say your last name. It sounds so much better.
Yeah.
Ethan's such a no.
I thought it was corny just yelling a name in general.
But it makes sense if like.
Yeah.
But it was like it was cheesy, but I feel like it would have been a little less cheesy. You said Hunt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
It's
I know.
very picky.
Yeah.
But I thought it sitting there.
I said the name was dumb. We were both picky.
We are
I
picky.
said Gabriel wasn't a scary name.
It's not.
It's not. Yeah. I really didn't like the flashback stuff. It just felt forced.
We didn't see a lot. I was happy they didn't do like a whole sequence. It was just like that one
Yeah,
shot.
we're surely gonna find out more about it. But if
You think?
if it
I feel like they might just.
no,
not
I
talk
think
about
we're
it.
gonna find. I think Gabriel's gonna like sit down and be like, I killed that woman. But if it's another like ex love interest that we have to listen to for
It's
20
Michelle
minutes,
Monaghan,
oh my god,
but she just didn't die.
every time.
I wish he never had like a love interest, like except for Rebecca Ferguson and Michelle Monaghan. I feel like that would have made it more important.
I think Michelle Monaghan's the only one he should have had.
Yeah, like maybe like
As much as I like Rebecca Ferguson,
maybe he cares about Rebecca Ferguson, but
Yeah.
Michelle Monaghan because he does love his wife
yes,
and like he wants to protect her. That's why he keeps doing. That should have always been the storyline. He's doing this to protect her,
yes,
not this new storyline that they're adding in, which I didn't hate, but I wish it kind of just.
yeah, I
stuck
agree.
to
I
that.
think that should be like the only woman in his life.
Yeah.
But as much as I like Rebecca Ferguson and I love that character, I don't think she should have like gotten together with Tom Cruise. It just didn't feel right.
How's the third one end?
I don't remember.
I don't
I think
know.
it ends with him being like, "Yeah, I'm done," and then they're like, "It's making way too much money."
There's a reason why him and her aren't together anymore after that one. Like
Oh, yeah, she gets abducted by terrorists, so she's kind of like, "I'm good."
Oh yeah, Philip Seymour. And then she has to shoot her husband.
Yeah,
That's one of the corniest scenes at like the most ridiculous ideas ever. That she has to shoot him in the head to stop the bomb from going off.
yeah. I gotta rewatch that movie. I haven't seen that one.
It's
in a while.
ridiculous, but every time I'm like, come on, do it. And there's no wound or anything. He's just fine.
Mhm.
So funny.
Yeah,
Early 2000s.
I gotta rewatch it because everything I've seen, excuse me, is that Philip Seymour Hoffman is a great villain. I don't remember him like at all.
The movie doesn't have a lot of substance.
Yeah,
It's very much just like an early
It's just
2000s action.
J.J. Abrams.
Is that who directed it? Holy shit.
It was his first like big movie.
It's a good movie. I like it. But I have nothing else to say, so if you have something to say.
I think
all up.
hit everything really. Like, yeah, good movie, fun movie. I can't wait for part 2, but it definitely just needed a bit more substance in places.
Cool.
Yeah.
Feel the same. Well, what is your recommendation of the week, Ryan? Could say the movie you watched last night.
I know I've said that already though.
Have you? Probably.
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
It's right there.
It's right there. We messed that poster up.
Beasts of No Nation. Watched it
You like that movie?
like a week ago. It was a very good movie. It's not a fun one.
No,
Very good
it's
movie.
not.
Yeah.
It was kind of like how I thought The Last King of Scotland was gonna be like fun.
Yeah.
Not.
He's not a good guy.
Hotel Rwanda. I was expecting a little more. I was in like 6th grade. I was like, this is depressing. I'm gonna recommend the Belko Experiment.
Is it the one where they're all trapped?
They're trapped inside. It's written by James Gunn.
Is it?
I watched it yesterday. Not many jump scares. It's very much like a slasher horror kind of in that genre. It's more of a thriller.
I've heard good things.
There's some scary scenes in that movie. Great cast though. It was like Sean Gunn's in it.
Is he?
Yeah.
I
Dude,
know Rooker.
Rooker's in it. Daniel Dalsmalchin's in it.
Really?
The girl from Morbius, his like love interest, Alejandra, whatever. How you
Yeah, I
say
know
it.
who you're talking about.
She might be one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. Like I was watching the movie, I was like, that's like in no like weird. She's just like a beautiful human. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's incredible, great movie. Not great, very fun movie. But yeah, go check it out. It's on Prime, I think.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's the end of episode 104. Make sure to go check out Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 when it hits theaters on July 13th, 12th,
12.
12th. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure to like and share this podcast. Me and Ryan are now going to go watch an 80-year-old man go on an adventure.
Do it.
Woo! Thank you, Past Tommy, for that amazing intro. But before we get going, guys, we just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. From the time I was 22, which I am now, to the time I was 10, I've changed a lot. I used to be a very friendly, outgoing person. Even Ryan can vouch for this now. I'm not as friendly to some people, but I'm still need to change some things, and that's why I went to therapy, to learn why I acted the way I did and why I changed over time. But therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we did, like I would, until we talk through things. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on the journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/popcornpod today to get 10% off your first month. Again, that is BetterHelp, HELP.com/popcornpod, POPCORN pod. Again, thank you guys, and thank BetterHelp for sponsoring the show, and thank you guys for still tuning in every week and listening to whatever me and Ryan have to say, and we will see you all next week.